Good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching. Welcome to Talk Wrestling here on the Jeff Meacham Network and, of course, on NoDQ.com's YouTube channel at Aaron Riff No DQ. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate it. It is Monday, August 31st. Holy shit, we're at the end of August. Take that in for a minute, kids. We are at the end of 8 months of the worst year ever. This year is in the final quarter tomorrow. And maybe we'll be over this shit. Maybe. Just maybe we'll get better. What the hell? The damn wind is just killing me with this damn... Oh, the fan... What the hell? The fan's oscillating, so it's making my my banner go every which way. Okay, you need to sit still. Thank you very much. Now, see if we can make that sit still. That'd be neato. How you guys doing? It is, again, it's Monday evening, Monday afternoon, wherever time zone you're watching this in. We are a little, actually, we're an hour now. We're an hour away from Monday Night Raw, exclusively on the USA Network, of course, for WWE post-payback Monday Night Raw, of course. And they are touting quite a few things. No, I'm not using that stupid tout thing we used to talk about all the time. The key points to remember for Raw as of WWE.com's listing is Rey Mysterio searching for further payback against Seth Rollins. How will Keith Lee build upon his huge win over Randy Orton? How will Shayna Baszler and Nia Jax begin their reign as WWE Women's Tag Team Champions? And who will step into the Raw Underground next? So that's what's going on in an hour. But here on Talk Wrestling, I turn to you, my people. Good to see everybody. Again, the Cool Brothers Radio Podcast, Ram Jam, Michael Gonzalez, DT, Big Baller G, everybody's here. Again, I appreciate everybody watching on the Aaron Riff side of things on NoDQ.com's YouTube. All 13 of you, I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Again, I do encourage you guys to super chat here if you're watching on Aaron's channel. And again, I love that you guys are watching Aaron's channel. If you're watching on my stuff, my Facebook, my Twitter/Periscope, my YouTube, if you wish to support the channel, and again, I greatly appreciate that if you do, head on over to paypal.me/Jeff Meacham. There it is right there at the bottom ticker. And give us a little love because we need beer money. No, I'm sorry. That's the APA. I need equipment money. I'm really, that's what I do. So, again, I appreciate you guys coming in. And CC Drink is here. Brendan Crabtree's here. Timothy Phillips Jr. is here. Hello, guys. Hello. Welcome. Let me just crack open my Coke Zero because gotta have that sugar intake down a little bit. There you go. Need the caffeine. Caffeine fix is real. Big Baller G is definitely Jeff's biggest supporter as far as on the monetary side of things. No question about it. Cleaver Colin Andrews here. Thank you, Colin. I appreciate that. Always here to support the Jeff Network. Thank you, Colin. I appreciate it very much. And again, Big Baller G, Jeff, yeah, but without question, G, you are funding my my horror binge starting hopefully tonight. We'll see. I know today is the 35th. No, 45th. No, that's not right either. Big G was watching a movie earlier, and it said it was the 35th anniversary, which I don't think was right because Halloween is at least 40 years old. I know it's not the 45th because that would be a couple years. So let me see what Big G said in his post. Let me see if I can, if he doesn't say it on the chat room, I will acknowledge it here on his Facebook. His Facebook post earlier today said, and I quote, 35th anniversary of, oh, you know what? I'm sorry. I know. You're watching the 35th anniversary release of Halloween on Blu-ray. Got it. My bad. So there you go. The reason there's no super chat on my page, Alex, is because I don't have enough watch hours yet on the Jeff Meacham side of things. I kind of slacked off there quite a bit the last few years of actually getting video content produced on this channel. So my watch hours went. You have to have a certain amount of watch hours in a calendar year in a 12-month period to attain the ability to monetize and receive super chats. So that's where I sit, which is why I'm trying to get exposure, if you will, over here on the No DQ side of things. That way, come January 1st, when I go back exclusively to my stuff, hopefully y'all migrate. That'd be super. I really would appreciate that. So again, feel free to throw in super chats for on Aaron's side of things. If you want your question asked, I will be getting the questions eventually. But people were asking me last night because I kind of really ran through Payback. I was in and out quite a bit on the watch along because we had a lot of shit going on in the house. So I'll just briefly touch on Payback. I love the show. I really did. I thought it was a wonderful show. I had very small expectations because they had just come off SummerSlam. So I figured, okay, they're doing another show a week later. It's going to be a clusterfuck of a shuffle to get things together, and they pulled it off very well. The main event delivered on all points. I figured it would. Braun and Bray really tore the shit out of each other in the Thunderdome, and pretty much took the Thunderdome down with them almost. And then Roman Reigns just snuck in there, Brock Lesnar style. Let's be honest, and got the championship. So good on him, man. And I was pleasantly surprised they didn't go the route of the belt being stolen by Mr. Rogers, Bray Wyatt, and said, well, I signed the contract, so technically not the champion. So it could have gone a number of different ways, but they did it exactly the way they were supposed to do it, the way it should have been done. Roman Reigns leaves the Thunderdome at Payback, your new Universal Champion. Bravo. Very well done. Keith Lee with the surprise of the night, I thought, with a clean, quick victory over Randy Orton. Just amazing for Keith Lee to have that notch in his belt, if you will. Just so cool for Keith. Very well done. I did enjoy the Women's Tag Team Championship match. I enjoyed the celebration more, I'll be honest with you. The match was great. Shayna looked strong like bull. Very, very, very much put over. They put Shayna Baszler over like gangbusters last night. And Nia was amazing. She was so humorous during the celebration. God bless her for that. Again, a great show overall. Dustin Grimes, to answer your question, I will answer with a plug. This Thursday, I think, yes, this Thursday here on the Jeff Meacham Network, maybe on Aaron. I don't know if I'm gonna be on Aaron, part of Aaron's show either. I might be, don't know, but we will have all out predictions coming up this week on our channel. So stand by on that. Nia was funny as you know what, post-match. Very much so, Colin. Very much so. Big Baller G says, okay, so this is the 42nd anniversary of the actual Halloween release in theaters. So 42 years. God, I feel so late in the game getting into Halloween, and I regret it. I really do. But it's the best slasher series ever, I feel. All right, so what I'm going to do now is dip into the question pool. Again, I encourage you to please super chat your questions on Aaron's side of things. That way we can generate a little revenue for the channel. I loathe asking for money, but I need it, quite frankly. So let me see. We'll go with Brendan Crabtree. He says, hi, Jeff. After last night, do you see a triple threat between Keith Lee, Randy Orton, and Drew McIntyre for the WWE Championship? Very likely. Although, do we really want to have Keith Lee's main event thing happen that quickly, or do we want to have that slow burn with Keith, right? Do we want to actually have him be in the main event so soon, or do we just, be patient and wait it out and make sure we know that Keith Lee is over like Rover? That way, when he does get the championship opportunity, we see a huge payoff for Keith, because they can very easily fuck Keith. Sorry, Aaron. God, I'm so used to being on my own stuff. They can really royally screw Keith Lee's momentum up here, and I think if they wait on it, they'll be better off down the line with him being the champion. The big news. I'm going to go ahead and throw it up there. Brock Lesnar is apparently a free agent. That is huge. if it's true. Again, the dirt sheets, the rumor and innuendo, however you want to classify it. If you listen to the podcast I listen to, they're hot garbage at best. But if Brock's a free agent and he has the ability to negotiate somewhere, I don't see him going anywhere. I mean, Brock only came back to WWE because of the schedule that WWE allowed him to have, right? The last 8.5 years. I don't see why he won't. I don't see a need for him to migrate to AEW or the NWA or Impact or wherever. I think he is a WWE guy through and through. And like him or not, and I don't, he is the WWE's box office guy right now. So do I let him get away? Do I think he'll go away? No, I don't. And no, I don't. So there is that. Let's see here. Hello, Delete Chair Man. Thank you for Michigan. We love Michigan, right, Aaron? We love Michigan on these shows. Yeah, Brock, Brock doesn't need, Brock is in a very unique situation as far as his monetary needs right now. He can live the rest of his life on what he's made the last 8 years. He's gotten paid very well from what, if you believe the rumor and innuendo and the stuff, published in the dirt sheets. Endorsements, like you said, Dustin Grimes, endorsements, past revenue, royalties from merch, and just he's a made man. And at the end of the day, he's a farm boy from from the Dakotas or from Minnesota. He doesn't need a whole lot of frills at this point in his life. I don't think he does anyway. And he's got a great property in Canada with his wife and his kids. And if I'm Brock and there's not a serious, okay, we're going to do something big with you, here's what it is on the table, I stay home. I just stay my ass home. I really do. I don't see the need to go, granted, he's not going to get himself beat up like the rest of the guys who went against him. Let's be honest. It's fucking hot in here. But I don't think he feels that itch to go back like Hogan did in 94 when he came to WCW, or, or like he did when he came back 8 years ago, Brock Lesnar. So I think Brock Lesnar in 2020 is a much different person, like we all are, because 2020 has been a batshit year, let's be honest. But I don't think Brock feels that oomph to get back in there and do his thing each and every week. No worries on the tardiness. Cena sucks 76. You've only missed a couple of topics. I was just talking right now about Mr. Lesnar and his future. So again, you can go back and watch what I said. And then I asked there was a question about Keith Lee possibly being in a triple threat match for the championship with Orton and McIntyre, and I said that was probably a bad idea because it's a little early in the game for Keith Lee to be in a championship match. But Vince likes to rush things. We all know that in this room. We all know that as fans. He has a hard time holding off. And people are going to get mad at me for this, but I will give Eric Bischoff that credit on the Sting Hogan front, and that he could have very easily pulled that trigger any other time between Fall Brawl 96 and Starrcade 97, and he didn't. He held off. That's what we need. We need somebody to be built like that. Sting got built to mythical freaking proportions. Did the match pay off? So much. But we all thought it would, right? We all bought Starrcade and paid that money and got WCW their biggest buy rate ever. And the anticipation paid off in the buy rate, if not the match itself. So there you go. Colin Andrew, what do you think of Sammy coming back? I'm happy. People either tend to shit on Sammy or like Sammy, and what a lot of you guys don't know or fail to remember, because I've been on so damn long all these years, is I have followed Sami Zayn's career for roughly 16 years. I saw him at in the freaking Jewish Community Center out here in Hollywood as El Generico when he was just starting to get his toes in the water with Kevin Steen. and the Human Tornado from Nacho Libre, and guys like that. So, and Scorpio Sky was involved with him as well, as was Scorpio's partner, Quicksilver. So I am happy that Sammy has a WWE contract. I'm very happy he's on the roster. I applaud him for staying out of the game so long and sticking to his conviction to stay safe and healthy when this pandemic was affecting everybody, and the freaking PC was a damn cesspool of germs, if you believe the reports you see on websites. But now they're in the Thunderdome. He's back. He has a legitimate claim to be an Intercontinental Champion. He never lost the championship officially, and it got taken away from him because he stayed home and did his thing, and what do you call it? Made himself stay healthy and safe. And so if I'm him, I'm like, well, I got the title, so what are we gonna do here? Applause also to Vince McMahon for not saying, okay, well, we'll do this match at Payback 2. They're going to make us wait for Clash of Champions to see Sammy and Jeff if they do it then. So very much so. Tony, I'm always putting myself over. It's Talk Wrestling with Jeff Meacham. So yeah, I haven't put myself over, and I don't have a problem with admitting that I am very vain about myself, because I am very pleased at how things are going for me on this front of my life right now. So you got a problem put myself over? Feel free to take a walk. Because I'll gladly I'll show you the door gladly with a band hammer, but for now we'll let you be. Let's see. I like Dustin Grimes' idea of a triple threat between Hardy, Sammy, and Styles. That's money. That's money for sure. There you go. So the Fiend again. Somebody mentioned the Fiend dropping the belt a week later. Yeah, it's a shame that Bray can't get that legitimate long-term championship run on any front, as Bray Wyatt or as the Fiend. It's a shame. It really is, because Bray is a talented guy, and he's been a talented guy from the minute he got repackaged as Bray Wyatt after he was Husky Harris. Now, granted, Husky Harris was no joke either. He was, because he was part of the new Nexus, but his athletic skills were crazy for a guy his size. So he's always been good. And I hate that he has to deal with that on a consistent basis. So, all right. Cleaver Colin Andrews says, NXT UK coming back. When do you see Jordan Devlin showing up for his Cruiserweight Championship match against Escobar? Like now. Like if I'm booking the territory, and I guess I am on my own show, what I would do is have Escobar continue to reign on NXT, put himself over as Cruiserweight Champion, and just be an arrogant prick about it. And then on the UK side of things, have Jordan Devlin, continue to defend the Cruiserweight Championship in UK. Now, I'm not saying necessarily that they're going to have a Razor Shawn match like Josh Mansfield is suggesting for Jeff Hardy and Sami Zayn, although that'd be kind of cool to see a ladder match between Jordan Devlin and Escobar. But maybe they'll have a UK Cruiserweight Championship. I don't know how many Cruiserweights are in the UK. I mean, I think everybody's Cruiserweight size in the UK from what I've seen, except for guys like Imperium and whatnot. I would love to see those two guys in some sort of payoff title for title match, winner take all, much like Hardy and Sami Zayn. You've got two stories there that really have they basically write themselves, because you've got two champions who stayed away for their own health, their own safety, and the safety of others around them, and the belts were taken away from them and awarded to somebody else through a tournament process. And if I'm those champions, Sami Zayn and Jordan Devlin, I'm like, hey, hell. So those two stories are money in the bank. Not to, put over WWE's concept, but, it is. It'll be weird seeing Devlin. Yeah, I agree, Colin. If they have Jordan Devlin be the face, overall, when they come together, that will be weird. But, you know, hey, I am very pro Jordan Devlin compared to Escobar. I like Escobar, but I love me some Jordan Devlin. So, cheers, folks. Again, people seeing triple threats between Hardy, Zayn, and AJ Styles. I would love to see that. That'd be wonderful. Cena Suck 76 says, do you see MVP and Shelton Benjamin being the ones to dethrone the Street Profits? A stable with those titles on Raw can actually be interesting. I feel I'm the only one to invest in the Hurt Business. I love the Hurt Business. I'm happy Lashley got the title last night. I like the idea of MVP and Benjamin getting the tag titles from the Street Profits. That's, again, another money match between the Profits and the Hurt Business. That's a great match. So, Cool Brothers Radio Podcast says, if I can make it appear, there we go. No, come on. If you booked a territory and based it off where they are from, Jesus Christ, Jeff, read. Brain first, then tongue, Meacham. If you booked a territory and based it off of where they are, from what area are you talking? From what area you take? Jesus Christ, I can't even read it. Okay, let me try it again. If you booked a territory and based it off of where they are, from what area are you taking, and who is your main event? Okay. Wow, I should get a super chat for Hooked on Phonics for that one. Holy moly, that was not your fault, by the way. Cool Brothers Radio, that was my bad. Jesus. I actually have a show coming up this week based on that, kind of, sort of. But it's not really the same thing. Let me just throw it out there. Jeff, you can book a wrestling dream card of matches. Dream matches. What does your card look like? Wrestlers from any era, dead or alive, all count. Okay, that's going to be a topic. I will have this topic as a full show on the Jeff Mitchell Network. I will book that card. That's coming up this week. It may be tomorrow, it may be Thursday, it may be Sunday. I'm not sure, but we are going to get that in this week on the Jeff Meacham Network. So stay tuned for that. Thank you for the question, Cool Brothers Radio Podcast. I appreciate that. All right, since you cannot stop being a naughty boy, you're going to go on timeout. Right, Josh. He was the interim champion. So do they, now that UK is coming back, do they take the title off of Escobar, or do they do what I do and make money off it, off the program? I would make money off it if I was them. That's what I would do personally. So, all right. Ram Jam says, do you think Sasha Banks will go after Bayley for the SmackDown Championship at the Clash of Champions, or will they hold off a bit longer? I actually mentioned this on Twitter, social media, actually, Twitter and Facebook, and I think Instagram too, last night. I want to have them hold off until WrestleMania. It's not going to happen. We don't live in a society or a era of 4 pay-per-views a year anymore, even 5, or 4 would be good because once a quarter, right? We don't live in that world anymore. I wish we did, because this would be a great way to showcase these two who deserve the WrestleMania showcase. This feud definitely deserves the WrestleMania rub. No question about it. But they're not going to wait. So my guess is they're going to maybe push to Survivor Series, but knowing the current booking strategy of the office, I would say they're going to probably pay it off at Clash Champions, which sucks because that's not a whole lot of time to build it, to really dig, elbows deep in it. But I could be wrong, and I hope I'm wrong. Cheap plug from the Cleaver Colin Andrew. Check that out. There's the link for him. There you go, brother. Enjoy it. Hopefully you get the damn thing. Big Baller G says, do you think Shayna and Nia can help the women's tag team division, or will it flounder? Wait and see, I guess, right? We'll find out tonight on Raw, hopefully, where those two go. I would love if the women's tag team division can be not resurrected, because it's not dead, but definitely taken off life support with the belts being off of the Golden Role Models now. And we get a lot of fresh tag team matches in the division. So hopefully. Eric Wade says, what about Evolution for Sasha and Bayley? That's if they do Evolution. I still haven't had a confirmation they're going to do Evolution, right? So until I see proof they're going to do Evolution, there is no point in speculating about it. That'd be great, and it'd be a hell of a main event, or at least one of the main events, right? I would love to see Sasha and Bayley main event Evolution. It'd be wonderful. So, all right. We are going to take a quick commercial break right now. We're going to run the coming attractions. So we'll be right back after this word. Well, it's not really a word because it's my own damn stuff, but hell, we'll be right back. Give me a second. There we go. There they are. And we are back, and we are joined by the one and only Stat Boy Mike, the official statistician, all-around good guy from the Jet Beach Network. Mikey, what's up, brother?
First off, let me please say Wakanda forever.
That's it, brother. That's it, man.
I had to bring that in there, get that out of the way, because it was a shocking thing, and everyone is. The internet is exploding of all this stuff. And I believe that night I actually did watch Black Panther all the way through. So I think it's the most, I would almost want to say it's the most underrated movie in the entire MCU.
Well, having not seen the entire MCU yet, including Black Panther, I'll have to reserve judgment on that because our brother Jay is going to shoot me for saying that because I still haven't watched the damn MCU yet. But then again, I haven't watched Gotham yet either, so he's already on my ass for that as it is. So,
yeah, you're way behind.
Oh God, I know
you're way behind that one, man.
There will be shit caught one day, sometime in the future. I mean, I caught enough crap being quarantined with him for 3 weeks, so Anyway, so let's see what we got here. Dustin Grimes says the intro to the previews gives me a Memphis wrestling vibe back in the day. That's actually a 1970s coming attraction. So that's exactly why I do it.
I recognize that.
Exactly why I do that. I originally had the same coming attractions video as was made for the feature presentation video I use usually. I stole that blatantly from my time in Rocky Horror because when I was at Rocky on cast, they would show previews that we're not going to show because it's a one theater, a one screen theater, and they show Rocky at midnight on Saturdays and the midnight movie on Friday or whatever, and then just whatever during the week. We would show previews that had nothing to do with anything, and then they would show the feature presentation, and everybody would get up and dance, do the stupid, little white people dance that only white people can do in a movie theater properly, kind of like that, and then it would stop. And they show it again, and people would get up. It was like I'm sitting there going, "Okay, can we just fucking move on?" Sorry, Aaron. Can we just freaking move on, please? It was funnier than hell. Anyway, I had to have that be part of my shows, so I do usually. I just didn't do it today because I just want to get going today.
It's very retro. In fact, the one promo or coming attraction graphic, it used to be on CBS, and it was always the one that they would show before the Peanuts movie.
Yes.
Yes. That is one I loved. I always would remember that one. It's like it was like it looked like the old whatever that one toy was, the old Spirograph, and the words
Oh, there you
special
go.
present.
Yeah.
Yeah, the word special presentation would come out, and there'd be this corny '70s disco music, and it would say, CBS special presentation, and you go right into it's the Great Pumpkin, or it's Christmas, or whatever current Peanuts special there was. So I used to love that all the time. There you go.
Dig it. All right. So,
all right.
Let me see. So Mikey came to me.
Yes.
I'll say, I'm going to throw Mikey under the bus here. He came to me with a private message after he tweeted this out saying, "I'm bored. # ask Statboy anything." I'm like, hey, I have a platform. Come on the air. I was Paul Heyman to his Steve Austin. So there you go.
So we have Ask Meech Anything and Ask Statboy Something. It works.
All right, so from Michael, the first question for Statboy Mikey on the No DQ side of things.
Oh my God. Here we go.
After the Thunderdome, what do you think WWE does next?
Bring in live people. What else?
Open the damn doors. Seriously.
It's that simple. There is no. Really is. I mean, unless they decide to bring in hologram projections, which has been done in certain concerts, open the damn doors.
That's right.
That's
there
it.
There you go. All right. Follow up for Michael Gonzalez. He would like to know, because I have a show, by the way, that with JJ where I do a top 5 or a top 10. So I will leave this to you, Statboy.
Okay.
Top 5 baby faces.
Top 5 baby faces ever. Wow.
Yes, sir.
Top 5 baby faces ever. Very good question. Very good topic. To put me on the spot, let's see. Who did I
on
love?
The spot, not a dog spot, not a liver spot, my spot, really. Your spot.
See, my brain is already thinking of people that have only been baby faces. So that's what's kind of got me a little bit.
So the answer is Ricky Steamboat. That's it. That's the only answer.
Pretty much, because
they flip, the only answer to this question.
They flip sides. So yeah, I'm gonna go. Damn, top 5 baby faces ever.
Because I think even his partner Jay Youngblood turned heel at one point. So it's like even Jay can't do it.
Okay, at the top of the list, I'm going to put Triple H DX version. DX Triple H because of all the.
So like middle 98 to early 99 Triple H. Okay.
Yeah, I mean with all the jokes and that, and right below him will go HBK.
Okay, so hang on. Okay, so if we're talking DX, Triple H, and you mentioned Hunter, you must be talking about 2006 to 2009, 2010 Hunter.
Yeah.
Okay.
That sounds about right. And then below that we'll put HBK all the after he got power bombed by Sid. That's when his he was babyface for the rest of his career. So he goes up there.
No.
He went heel after that?
You, the Shawn Michaels fan, forget Montreal through WrestleMania.
Okay.
You're fired.
Those are the dark times. Before the dark times.
Before the Empire.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yes, before the Empire. Below HBK, Austin. Got to put Austin in there.
I'll put Austin in there, absolutely.
Got to put Austin in there. Below Austin, we'll put Cena. And below Cena, we'll put Hogan.
Okay.
Very
cool. Very good. All right. So let's see what we got next here. Let's see. Michael, so I recently watched that video, Jeff, of you and JJ doing the top 5 baby faces. I know Austin is an anti-hero, but shouldn't he still count as baby face? I think Austin was a baby face, despite how he didn't want to be, obviously, but he is. He was very much so. He still is, quite frankly. Next one
Yeah.
is from Brittany Crabtree. We're both going to answer this one, and I'll go first. I'll take myself on the. I'll put myself on the spot here. Top 5 sports franchises of all time. Now, here's the part where Aaron's audience goes, "Oh God, here we go. They're talking about sports and no DQ. Oh God."
I know two answers right off the bat.
Go ahead.
No, I know your 2 answers. I know what you're going to say.
I know. Go ahead. Okay.
The LA Kings, both times they won the cup.
Okay. Overall franchise, the entire 50 years, but yes, the Kings is definitely on my list. Yes, they're horrible. Their one-loss record is the drizzling shits, but they are my favorite of all time. You know, can you argue with the New York Yankees? Honestly, they are the winningest team in baseball. You know, granted, we who wear the red and white here in the Orange County side of things loathe those bastards in New York, but they are the greatest baseball franchise of all time. They just are. The Brooklyn / Los Angeles Dodgers is up there for me. I love the Dodgers. I'm an LA boy. It is what it is. I hesitate to put the Angels up there because the Angels have been consistently pretty poopy, honestly. They are my favorite personally, but their record is just not stellar.
Yes.
So
they lost again today too.
My Kings, because I'll never have a franchise list without the Kings on the list. That's not going to happen. And yes, Angels lost fucking Seattle today. Freaking Seattle. I'm on no DQ. I don't remember. I'm sorry for the F-bombs, people. I'm going to be fired. Kings, Yankees, Dodgers. I don't want to say the naughty word, three word for New England Patriots.
You can't deny them. You can't deny them.
I hate it. And I will go with the honestly, America's team, the Dallas Cowboys.
That's a good one.
There you go. There's my 5.
Okay. I'm gonna go. I will agree with the Dodgers. They 6-time world champion, World Series people, you know, and then getting screwed the last 2 years, so that counts.
You know what? Time out.
I gotta go.
Hang on, Mikey. Let me take the Patriots out. I'll put the Lakers in. There we go. I'm good now. I feel better. Okay. I feel better.
Okay.
Thank you to Alex James and the chat room for that. I appreciate that. Thank you, Alex James.
You're welcome. Okay, so I'm gonna go Dodgers, Lakers. I'm gonna go. I can't believe I'm gonna say this one, but the Green Bay Packers.
Wow.
I gotta go with Green Bay because they were everywhere.
You can't. You know, yeah.
No, you can't. And I'm gonna go the Chicago Bulls with their 6 titles.
Definitely.
Can't go wrong with that one.
No.
And as much as I want to throw, you know, the Ducks and the Angels in there, like I said, the Angels have won division titles. I get that, but of course they've only won the World Series once, so I can't put them in there. The same thing with the Ducks. They've only won the Cup once. They win division titles as 2. They are my favorites, but as far as an overall franchise, I can't put them in there. And so I'm gonna go with the Rams as my 5th.
The Rams, really? Wow.
They got the new stadium. Yeah, they got the stadium coming up. You know, I would like to put the Raiders in there, but let's face it, the Raiders don't produce. They produce a great fan base. I will give you that, but that will not count as a franchise. If you said fan bases, I will definitely put the Raiders in there.
I'm going to get a lot of people hot at me for this, so I'm going to make sure I bleep myself this time. The Raiders. Okay, very good.
Oh, you're going to hell.
And their fan base. Okay. Anyway, I don't care. They are the weirdest bunch of sports. I swear, and with all due respect to my boy Joey, he's gonna kill me for that one. But yeah, the Raider, the general Raider Nation, those guys scare me. They really scare the living bejeebus out of me. All right, so we had a few comments from prior things. So let me just get to them real quick here. Jeff, I believe Tito Santana's never been a heel, but can you correct me? I don't think Tito Santana was a heel. I think he was a babyface his whole career, but
nope, he was a babyface.
If you have Santana top 5 anything, you need to reevaluate your listing process. I love Tito. I'm just saying. So let's see here. Was it the person who said Jeff was taking it? No, it wasn't the person who said. Okay. Cena was number 5. Very good. Adrian with the €2 super chat says Jeffrey for you. Well, I appreciate you, Adrian. Thank you. Warhawk Radio says no
$2.
Says no love for Sting. We did forget about Sting and Babyfaces. He's definitely up there.
Yeah. Wolfpack Sting could have been considered heel, but
Sting prior to turning Crow, Sting was the top babyface not working for WWE without question. I feel
right.
Let's see here. Okay, here we go. Here's a good one for you. Favorite WCW pay-per-view?
That would be when Sting beat Hogan.
Starrcade. There you go.
Starrcade. The build up to that match
earlier on the show.
The build up to that match, was so amazing, and that's when I thought that J.J. Dillon was a dumbass because he
is, but anyway.
We all know Sting was giving the silent treatment, but even without saying a word, Sting told the fans what he wanted because the fans wanted the belt off of Hogan. And the one promo, Sting is in the ring with his baseball bat, and JJ asks him, "What do you want?" And all he has to do is point his bat to the crowd, and he's like, "I want Hogan," but he didn't have to say it.
Yeah,
and then he beat him.
He signed with Hogan, and he's just like, ugh.
It's right there, and I think I yelled at the screen. I'm like, who is this guy, and why is he even running this company when he's so dumb? And then Sting beats him, and exactly, and then Sting beats him, and they get the paint thinner and they clean up the belt the right way, and Sting says something in Spanish, and Shivani is like, I think he swore in Spanish.
No, he said Mamacita.
Oh, did he?
Yeah,
because I thought he said like stuff you can't say in Spanish to
on air and tail because we get thrown off the air. That's it.
Yeah, really. And so and Shivani's like, "Oh my God, Sting speaks," and I'm like, he said something. I don't know. So yeah, that was my favorite.
We actually, before you came on the air, we were talking about Starrcade because we were talking about building different things and the fact that they should build Sasha and Bayley to WrestleMania and not pay it off and blow their wad proverbially at Clash of Champions. But they won't do that because they suck. And I said, regardless of how the actual match was, because the match itself at Starrcade was the absolute shits. It was terrible. But the anticipation, like seriously, if ever there was a time to use the Frankenfurter meme, anticipation, Starrcade 97 was it. Sting didn't say a word for 16 months.
Have to.
And when he did actually speak on the first Thunder, when they took the belt away from him, people were losing their damn minds. So it was an amazing build. I will grant you that. However, my favorite WWE pay-per-view, and this is going to sound so cliche and cheesy and whatever, Bash at the Beach 94. It was my first debut I actually ordered from WCW. I didn't get to see it that night because our Cablevision cable company, which was, ran by 3 rednecks and a trained monkey in their office there, botched the entire town. Like, I had people over at my house because their feed wasn't working and my feed got cut.
Wow. I just went to Huntington. I went to Huntington Beach about 2 weeks ago, and we went around sunset. And we got I got right up to the water's edge, but I didn't take my shoes off. I should have. And I'm still trying to figure out where exactly on the beach. Was it close to the pier? Where on the beach? Where?
That was 95, actually, not 94.
Oh, it was 94. Oh, I'm a year behind. Okay, but still. I mean, I just want to try and they should do it again. If they want to, they should put another pay-per-view on the beach, but of course everyone's have to social distance and wear masks and whatnot. And
so
we have to dig up Baywatch out of the yeah.
So we've had a couple people trying to get me to bite on the comment, and I'm going to go ahead and bite on it because it's just too funny not to. Where did it go?
Okay.
They deleted the one comment. Somebody said favorite wrestler from Michigan. Like, I'm not going to say Rob Van Dam. Come on. The follow-up question was favorite RVD match. God. There are so many.
Easy. Hammerstein Ballroom. One Night Stand.
Well, but okay, my whole the question came from the same guy that answered. They asked Midnight Black Reacts. I only hesitate to say One Night Stand when he beat John for the title because I was supposed to be there and I couldn't go, and I'm bummed I couldn't go.
You were supposed to be in New York?
I was supposed to be sitting right next to Mrs. Van Dam. Yep.
Wow.
And I had to work.
Well, that's cool.
And I was hating life, but what really sucks is I ended up getting the day off after all because they overbooked. So rather than try to work a last minute plane ride because I knew that getting into the Hammerstein would be a pain in the ass at that point, we just did our final XMV taping instead, which worked out well.
Cool.
So, all right, here's a good one, and this is definitely applicable to both Mikey and I. Cleaver Colin Andrew, favorite PWG show?
Let me get.
If you guys don't know the backstory, you'll have to come on my channel and ask me later.
No, I mean, okay, I'm not going to say the easy one where I got dubbed Indiana Tardboy. That's too easy.
I was going to play the music too. You ruined my moment. Okay, that's okay.
I'm sorry.
I'm getting thrown off the air. I just made it. Lord, I apologize for that, Bear, and he would pick me. Damn. All right, very good.
Yeah, I think my favorite show was, honestly, I think it was one where Super Dragon actually got taken out, and it was the one time that it shocked the hell out of me. I mean, because Super Dragon was supposed to be this. I think he was supposed to be like the 90s version of the Fiend. Nothing could hurt Super Dragon. He was so
indomitable force.
Badass. Yeah. I see him, and then Joey comes up, he yells out, "Who wants a mustache ride?" Puts him through a table. He's lying there dead, and they made us all get out of the arena to get him medical attention. They literally were saying, "Get the F out." And so, yeah, that was my best show.
I have a couple. My favorite, honestly, is there's two. One is All-Star Weekend Night 1, and that was from April 2005, April 1st, and that is more so my favorite because of the aftermath of the show and where my life ended up going after that night. So, and I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. The other is honestly from one match on the show. Friday, May 13th, 2005. Jason takes PWG. AJ Styles versus Christopher Daniels to a 1-hour draw for the PWG and TNA X Division Championships. Holy crap.
That was a great match.
That match was ridiculous. Okay, I actually didn't answer the question about my favorite Rob match. My favorite RVD match, honestly, is there's two. Yes, I do enjoy the match that he beat John Cena because he beat John Cena. He won the world title. It was an amazing night. The other one is him versus Bam Bam Bigelow when he won the TV title because that kicked off the greatest championship reign prior to Greg Cherry. So there you go. So let's see. Nobody's being ignored, Adrian. I'm just trying to get all these questions. Yes, Stepboy has a lag. He's on his mobile device, so you got to bear with him, kids.
Yeah, I'm on my phone. I'm not on my tablet right now. So,
all right. So, breaking news from the Cleaver Colin Andrew. He says Morrow is leaving the WWE. Let me get that up here and see what the deal is. Thank you, Colin, for keeping me abreast of the news. I said breast.
You said breast.
I said boob. Boobies.
Me. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna relocate, so forgive me while I go, and so I don't
okay.
get I don't want to get the background noise off you, get you kicked off the air.
No, I appreciate that. Colin, I'm not seeing the report on Morrow. Can you send me a link or PM me a link or something? Anyway. Michael Gonzalez says, is it fair to say Flair made Sting? I don't necessarily agree, but it is an interesting point. Without Flair, would Sting have gotten over as much as he did? There is no question that the early feud with Nature Boy Ric Flair definitely made the man called Sting the man called Sting. He really got himself over. Actually, Flair got him over, started the Clash of '88, and then when he beat him for the world title, and from then on in, they were forever intertwined with one another throughout their entire WCW run, the run of the company. So I think if Sting had not gotten hooked up with Ric Flair in the first place, then what do you call it? I can't even. I agree. Without Sting, there is no. Without Flair, there is no Sting. So okay. The report on Mauro Ranallo is according to Dave Meltzer, so take it with a grain of salt. Meltzer doesn't know everything, despite what he wants you to believe. As far as Adrian,
I'll agree with what you said.
More Ken's fake news. I answered earlier questions from Jeff's channel. No, I'm okay. You guys don't know how this works, so I'll go ahead and throw it out there really quick. Okay, it's very simple. On StreamYard, I have all the comments right over here in this little column in front of me. They come from my YouTube, from Aaron's YouTube, and from my other outlets, my Facebook group, and my Twitter. So whatever I see that is a good question, I throw up there. Now, because this comment is now here, that comment's here the whole show, because that's my girl. There you go. Bailey's here the whole rest of the show, so thank you, Bales. Bailey's always with me anyway. She's always here, so there you go. All right. So now, but yes, Mikey, what do you think? Without Ric Flair, there is no Sting?
I'm going to partially agree to that, and here's why. Sting made himself before the stuff with Flair even took place, so Flair gave him that extra boost. But the Sting, I'll say that the Sting-Flair rivalry, of course, made them both. It made WCW, and Sting just evolved with the time, from Surfer Sting to Crow Sting to Wolfpack Sting, back to Crow, to TNA, to Joker, to WWE. So Sting made himself. Flair just gave him that extra push.
Okay, well, remember that everything you just, and I'm not disagreeing with what you said, but everything you did say was everything you said was after the initial Clash match with Rick. So
okay.
So that's all I'm saying. And also after their title match at Starrcade the Great American Bash 1990. So
yeah.
So, but I will say that Flair helped make Sting initially, but you're right. Sting did take that ball and run down the field Forrest Gump speed. So no question about it. Do we think AEW has too many factions? I don't think there's not anybody in AEW that isn't in the factions. So yes, I do. There's too many cooks in that kitchen.
I really don't. I'm not watching AEW. I know they have a pay-per-view coming up, I think.
Right.
There's this big match with Moxley and MJF coming up, but that's all I know. So I don't know anything about it. I don't know much about AEW really. So.
There you go. Michael Gonzalez says, I always found Vader to be underrated. Do you guys think he's underrated for what he did in WCW? I think Leon gets a bad rep because, yes, he was arguably the greatest big man in WCW history, not named Kevin Nash. But Leon shot himself in the foot by picking the fight with Orndorff. It's as simple as that. He and Orndorff is one of the most respected dudes on the planet in wrestling, without question. And if you're going to pick a fight with Orndorff over what amounted to stupid shit, you're going to get burned by the locker room and you're going to get looked down on. So, it kind of is what it is. It's not the same thing at all. So let me clarify that at the top. But it's like with Sid and Arn Anderson. Sid Vicious had the potential to be the most prolific and profitable big man in the business's history. But you don't cross Arn Anderson. Arn Anderson has more respect in any locker room he walks into than anybody in any profession. So if you're on the wrong side of the fight with Anderson in the locker room, the locker room's going to poop all over you. So Leon, same thing. So am I wrong there? Cannot hear you, Mikey. We cannot hear you. What are you saying?
Why not?
There we go. Hi.
Okay. I think when Vader jumped ship, I think Vince didn't know what to do with him.
Well, right, but the question is, do you think he's underrated for his WCW work? I don't think he is. I just think that he buried himself on the way out, and people look at him with a different light than they would have had he not gone out in a bad way.
Sounds about underrated. No, but like I say, once he crossed over, they had nothing for him really. What's next?
Okay. Mark, where's Aaron? Is he taking Aaron's place? No. I've been on Aaron's channel since Aaron had a channel. I'm just simulcasting my show until Raw comes on in about 4 minutes. So welcome to the party, pal. Okay, very good.
Am I taking Aaron's place? Really? I'm going to take over the entire no DQ in that universe? Wow, I feel honored.
Here we go. Psycho Jet Black with the last question of the day, because it's a California question and I got to throw it out there. Have you guys ever eaten In-N-Out Burger? Oh, yes.
Yes! Double animal style.
No animal style. No.
No, I do enjoy a double every once in a while. I love double.
I'll tell you what. I was so mad the other day, and I'm going to call them to the carpet for this. And if somebody that works at this location wants to ball me out for it, that's fine. The Del Taco. There's a new Del Taco that opened up up the hill from us, so the other side of the hill, going toward Saugus.
Okay.
Dad and I went up there with Dylan, and I went inside because I hate drive-thrus. Drive-thrus just because I have people that I label DTDs, drive-through dummies. I have not had a drive-through order or a fast order period go right the whole order be right since this pandemic started. Now you would think with people relying on the fast food industry more that these people would get their orders more correct, and it's even become less. Anyway, I went in there, Mikey, and I ordered basically it's a double, but they call it the Double Del at Del Taco.
Okay.
I said 3 times, no veggies, no sauce,
right?
Just cheese. And if you had mayo, please do. The receipt
got it.
even reflected that. And then I ordered it for everybody else, and I had to take the orders back twice because they messed up Dad's order. They messed up Dylan. I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to go. So I got everybody else's order, and I went to the car. We drove all the way back here. I get in. I grab my soda. I sit down. I eat my 2 grilled chicken soft tacos that they got right. Very light sour cream and no lettuce. I open the Double Del plain with cheese. The Double Del has no cheese and has Thousand Island on it.
Oh, how do you mess that up?
I'm like, if I wanted Thousand Island, I'd go down the street to freaking In-N-Out.
How do you mess that up, man?
Anyway, so there's that. So yes, we do love In-N-Out here in California, no question about it. I know that we are very blessed here in California with our burger choices. But I honestly, the one place I've had a bad burger that I will never go back to, I don't think, is what was that one we had by the house in Long Beach that we all kind of went after we went there. It wasn't Fuddruckers, so we love Fuddruckers, and it's a shame they closed.
Yeah, we love Fuddruckers.
Five Guys turned out better than I thought it would because I heard Five Guys got so much hype. And I'm like, yeah, okay, but it was good. God, there was one place that I forget where we were, but we got a really bad burger. All right, so Mark Simpson is getting a naughty timeout. So there you go. Very good. All right, we are at the bottom of the hour. Raw starting in less than a minute. So let me throw the plugs up there really quick. Coming up after me is Monday Night Raw, of course, on USA. And after USA's done, you can catch. And I know it's pay-per-view, so bear with me, but it's blocked. There you go. Full recap and review of tonight's show. YouTube.com/AaronWithNoDQ. That's over on here on the No DQ side of things. Tomorrow will be, I think, the No DQ review, which we'll be talking about the news and notes of the week. Although we just did one on what do you call it, Saturday. So we might not do one again till Thursday or even next Saturday. Although next Saturday is all out, so maybe not. Wednesday will be Wrestling Rewind. Greg and I are going to be watching the September 2nd, 2002 match between Triple H and Ric Flair from Raw, where he first defended the World Championship. Thursday, I believe, will be previews for All Out. Friday is the NoDQ.com Wrestling Trivia Challenge. We're back on the Greg Cherry brand. There's that. And then after that, you can catch Mikey and I probably, and whoever is the champion, on the post-game wrap-up. That's it for Stat Boy. I'm the Meech. We'll see you next time.